Hello everyone, Reza here. This video is part 2 in my series of videos on how to build an approval process directly from PowerApps. We will continue enhancing the app, add logic to allow the approvers to take their approval decision, or forward the approval to a different approver that they can directly select using a people picker. We will also enhance the notifications to go out to these selected approvers and more. So let's check the complete process in action. Now the items that are being listed here in the gallery currently has a formula that is not delegable. So first let's fix this. I'll use the function filter my data source, and I'll use the function starts with, which is a delegable query. The title of the expense starts with the text that the user enters in this text box. So now there's no delegation warning. I only want to show the user the items that they have created or they are the approver for. And to do that, I will combine this with an AND condition, put a couple of brackets. My first condition will be created by .email is user.email or approver.email is user.email. So when the approver will come in, it should select the item which is under approval. Then they can go and edit and make modifications. Now at this point, you have full flexibility to decide whether the approver can make any changes to the actual expense details that were submitted by the user. For example, let's say the amount, I do not want the approver to change that. I'll unlock the card, display mode, if form.mode is form mode.edit, then you set the display mode to view, else you respect the display mode. So you can see when I'm editing the item, I can't change the amount. Approval info. This is what I want the approver to change and set. Now approval status is pending. The approver can change this to approved or rejected to take their decision, but they can make this empty. So I want this to be a required field, which I can easily do by setting the required property to form1.mode is form mode.edit. So you can see it's required. I'll want to do the same for approval commands. Approver, I would like to handle this a little differently. This should be required only if the approval status selected here in this drop-down control in this data card is pending and the mode of the form is edit. The approval status combo box control, I'll copy its name. Approver card required field will be if the combo box for approval status dot selected dot value is pending and the form is in edit mode. So notice this is required only if the status is pending. Otherwise, no. If the decision is going to be pending, I would want them to pick a new approver. So for the approver data card, the default property, which is currently as follows, I was checking if the form mode is new, then set it to the user's manager. Else, if the case is form mode.view, then you pick the current value. But if the form mode is edit, I would want to make this blank to begin with. So notice now, when the approver, who will be the one getting the edit option, edits it, notice approver is empty. You try to submit, required field validations will come into play. But if they pick approved, then this is not a required field. Now, if approved or rejected is selected, in that case, I don't even want to show the approver data card. So for the visible property of the approver data card, if the approval status combo box selected value is pending, then you show it. Or if the mode of the form is new, so notice it's gone because it's rejected or it's approved. But if it's pending, it will show up, which would be the default behavior. Also, it is possible that I pick a user, but then I change it to approve or reject. The fact is that if I head back to pending, notice that value is still set. I want to clear this. Control, which in my case is called data card value 7, whenever the approval status combo box changes. So on change, go and reset that data card. This time, notice I have a value set. I take a decision. I decide, no, I want to keep it pending. It resets. The approval commence data card, default. This as well, I want to make it blank to begin with if the form is in edit mode. That's because I want to give every new approver the opportunity to enter the comments. So I'll change this as follows. If the form is in edit mode, make sure it's blank to begin with. Else, keep the value as is. The approval history field, I will have to make an update when the approver takes a decision. So this data card has an update property. Currently, it's set as follows. I'll change this to the following. If the mode of the form is edit, which would be the case for an approver only, go and add this text, add the current date and time, approval decision by the current logged in user is data card value 6, which is my approval status. And also go and add the approval comments that is coming from this text box control. And to all of this, go and append the current value of the approval history data card value.text. This will add the logic for appending the information of the approval history. This edit icon visible is currently set as follows. To this, I'll want to add two other conditions. The first one is my gallery.selected.approval status.value is not equal to blank, meaning something has to be selected in the gallery. And my second condition is the status of the selected item of the gallery must be pending and the current approver should be the current user. And notice the edit icon goes away because the current approver for this item is Sarah, who is my manager. And delete. I do not want the user to delete. I'll simply go and hide this icon. And on success of the form, where I was sending the email if the status is pending, other than pending, the only two options are approved or rejected. So in that case as well, I would like to send an email. I'll put a comma, and here I'll put in another send an email action. This one will go to the person who created the expense to tell them that the expense request has been approved or rejected. That completes my app. I'll publish the Power App. I need to share this app with my users. This opens the sharing dialog. It's an expense app. I want my entire org to use it. So I'll share it with everyone. Before sharing, please note, these are the connectors that the app uses. Outlook to send the email, Office 365 users to get the current logged in users manager, SharePoint I have to ensure that the users who are interacting with the app have access to that SharePoint list. I'll go and share the app, and I will go to the SharePoint list. For my scenario, I'm sharing this app with everyone, so everyone has edit permissions on this site, so they can contribute data to this list. Let's create a new expense. I'm signed in as Reza. The request will go to my manager in Active Directory, Sarah, to begin with. I'll submit. I can see all the approval info. I cannot edit the item because at this point it's gone for approval to Sarah. Sarah gets the email that has the details of the submitted request plus a link to the PowerApp. Now when Sarah clicks this, it will open the URL. In the URL is the ID of the item. Notice how the PowerApp directly selects that item, and Sarah now has the option to take the approval decision by editing this item. Sarah can see all the details, change if needed, and take the approval decision. Now, if Sarah would like to forward this to another approver, all she has to do is decide who that other approver is. People picker. I select James. Tries to submit. No, you have to enter the approval details. Sarah plugs in her commands, submits her response. The item is gone from Sarah's queue. James receives the approval email. Here are the details. Here's the link. James opens that app, straight gets into that item. James can see the entire approval history. First, it was assigned to Sarah. Sarah's decision was pending. These were the commands Sarah entered. And right now it's for James's approval. James can forward it to any other approver or take the approval decision, enter his commands, submit his response. The item is gone from the queue. And now Reza will receive an email from James that says the item has been approved. Here is the approval status. It was approved by James, the approval comments. And if Reza clicks on the link, it will open the app and point to that item. Reza can see all the approval information. Status approved, and here is the full history. The same Power App is what I have expanded on, added some UI elements, added some additional filters, and more. Sarah submits an expense request. Sarah's manager is Reza in Active Directory. Sarah submits a request. Reza receives the email, clicks on the link, launches the Power App. Reza can see all his requests and the requests that Sarah has created. I also have a filter option here to do that. So these are all the items pending my approval. I can select and take my approval decision. It's gone from my queue. Sarah's request was rejected. Here is the rejection email. And here is the link that takes Sarah directly to the Power App. And here is the approval info. If you enjoyed this video, then do like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching.